Yeah.
So, welcome back everyone to another DM Musical HQ session, an artist session. Streaming to you live from Spandau in Berlin. Very excited about this particular one. Been looking forward to having these guys on the screen for a while. And I'm just playing one of their latest tracks here called Baby I'm Gold. It was released in February, just before everything went a little bit nuts everywhere. But yeah, I'm Dominic, you know me by now, and just a small reminder: we do still support the World Health Organization, and any donations that we get during the course of the interviews, 10% will go to them to help them to fight this pandemic and any further issues that they may come across in the future. But yeah, I've got some very exciting guests all the way from Johannesburg who are actually moving to Berlin as soon as they possibly can, and I'm just gonna go over there and they've disappeared. the technical things sometimes. Ah, there you are. I found you.
Heyo.
How are you guys?
Good in
Good in you.
Yeah, very, very well, very well. There's always one or two gremlins that you need to battle away on the computers here.
Cool.
Yeah, this live stuff
But we're
quite
good.
scary. Oh.
And tell me, how have you been keeping? I haven't seen you guys for a while.
Yeah, we've been in lockdown, and yeah, we've kind of used the time effectively and wisely. Yeah, we're busy writing and all of that stuff. But yeah, we've been good. It's been scary, like a little bit a little cabin feverish, and a bit like creepy apocalyptic vibes. But yeah.
That I can totally understand. It's been almost 2 months for us over here, like home office.
Yeah. 6 weeks we're heading there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mental.
But yeah, so I've been doing this. Here's already a comment from Jim Jones. Hello, bye Beneco. You guys are the coolest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Cherry says, "Love you, bye Beneco," and then someone just says, "Yo," and that's
Yo.
Sam Turpin.
Yes,
Love the outfits, guys. Super cool as always. But you're reading this on your phone, so I don't have to say this, like all of this. It will probably come about 20 seconds later.
Oh, okay.
There's a small delay between what they receive but I think the chat is live though.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. It certainly has been a bit weird, like being sort of locked inside and not really able to do much. And I mean, for you guys, geez, you have to perform, man. You have to be out on the stages.
I know. When will that happen again?
Yeah.
It has to happen soon.
Yeah.
Well, I think Europe's a bit ahead in the kind of the what do you
like opening up venues and stuff.
Yeah, so I think South Africa is still a way away.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be in Berlin sooner than later, so we can start performing again, even if it's kind of small scale. For now, we're really dying to get out of the house and back on the stage. Or
even just like get over here to kind of get going, right?
Yeah, I mean that was the plan. We had already packed up our apartment and everything was in boxes, and our visa was very close to being finished with the processing and everything, and we basically have to unpack all the boxes so we can live and eat and use our things.
Oh, just lost you on the audio there for some reason. Let's see if we can get you back. Can't get you on the audio for some reason. Audio's cut out. Alright. Now we're gonna try and get the audio back. Let's see. Bergen looks so perfect for a meme. Still can't hear you guys. I'm just gonna try something. Nothing yet. What I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and disconnect and connect again. Just 1 second. And rejoin. Still nothing. Can't hear you. No audio. Alright, so we'll just try and get these get the audio back from there. Maybe just try and exit and then rejoin. Yeah, we can't. Yeah.
Can you hear us?
That's better. We're back. We've got them back. We've got them back.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes these things happen, and we just have to deal with them.
I'm assuming Jim Jones. This is Louis.
Oh, really?
I think. Is it you, Louis? It's got to be. I mean, it's our biggest fan. So he says he's our pound for pound my Beneco's biggest fan. It is Louis. It has to be. Hi, Louis.
Okay, so all right. I've got a couple of questions here, which I've put forward. I don't see any upvotes, so I'm just going to start from the top. For those who are new to buy Beneco, can you tell us where it all started for you and how you got to this point?
Sure. I think it's been 6 years now here.
2013, yeah, 7 years.
Yeah, towards the end of 2013, we, I think, like, Bergs was skating with one of our old members, and yeah, we had a couple of, it was Bergs and I are original members, and we started out with a group of friends who we just decided to make music with, and we didn't expect it to be this kind of journey, and yeah, it's been really interesting, and we've kind of grown and kind of evolved through the times. I think we originally started with 6 members.
Yeah, we had 6 at a point.
6 band members.
Grew to 4, then we were 5, then 6, then 5, then
3,
4.
and yeah.
All clad in sweaters.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, very good. And I mean, like, what got you to this point? Like, because there are moments where I'm fascinated by the creative kind of images and the imagery, and like, how did you get here? Like, what was the whole creative process?
Well, I think we're all kind of in film and advertising and dance and like music composition for film as well.
Okay.
I think we've been involved in that, especially for the visuals and the imagery. I mean, I'm a stylist myself, and I do wardrobe and costume design for TV and whatever. So I think yeah, I think that's kind of also helped us grow in terms of like the imagery and the content, because we're friends with beautiful young filmmakers.
Okay.
And yeah, we great with that crew, all those kinds of people. So yeah, I think that's kind of definitely lent a hand in creating this kind of imagery. And yeah,
resourceful friends.
Yeah, very resourceful friends, exactly.
Lots of sweaters. Well, that's a good question to have answered. I've got a couple of things here. Oh, great question from Jim Jones. Thanks, Jim. Can you give us a rough idea as to your songwriting process and how you get to the finished product.
It's one
Yeah.
of those questions where, like, you know, when you do something cool and then you think you like try to remember what and how you did it and what happened or whatever, and then you're like, fuck, I have no idea. That just happened, you know. I suppose a song happens a bit more slowly than that. It's like maybe 5 or 6 weeks after you start, you've kind of got something. But looking back, you kind of go, oh, I don't know. We started with no intentions and sort of no roadmap, and then all of a sudden this happened and that happened, and we kept this and culled that, and
It's like someone will maybe like start an idea. Someone might have a minute or 30 seconds, and then we go from there. Then like someone will do this, and then it's like we almost like take turns, basically. Like we all sit in the same room, and like I'll be on a synth for 30 minutes, then Lenny, then Bergen will all jump on different sections.
it's actually very accurate.
Someone will like go home and like write something and bring it back, and then like we'll listen to that, and it's like kind of a joint effort.
It generally starts with a synth, or like a melody.
Yeah, a synth or a melody or just like something cool, and then like one song, we'll have like one song which has like 12 different versions of the same thing.
Yeah, we do actually have one song where we've probably it's
turned into like many songs.
No, it's not, and we've made many songs from that song. Like
but we can't get that song to sound good. The one that we try to actually
it's it's called Into the Sea, and it's one that we're going to put on our LP. And the next single that we're releasing now, like in the next few weeks or whatever, will be a derivative of that song that was created because we couldn't fucking work out how to.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So I think we take time. I wish it was quicker and easier, but like so it takes a bit of time. Like we'll spend a lot of time like trying to just create movement and like. Especially in writing like bridges and transitions and stuff like that. Like I think we spent like a lot of time just trying to get those to feel good, and also like just writing stuff that are instrumental bridges and like all different sorts of things like that. So
that's fascinating.
Yeah, I mean it's just like a combination of all of our creative like.
So it's basically like an experiment.
It is kind of,
And you basically record everything that you do, and then you'll sort of come across something that's magical, and then you have no idea how you did it.
We'll just go on a tangent though. I think it's quite accurate that we each get like 30 minutes, but I had to scream at Bergen the other day because I was like 5 minutes into my go, and he's like, maybe I'm thinking of something.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of the recorded stuff is the stuff that we do. It's like not necessarily live. Like we haven't really done a lot of stuff where we write live. We pretty much like something gets conceptualized and then we like almost write it together. But it's like it's not so much like.
It used to be like that.
It's been a while. It's true. It used to be only like we used to only write stuff live.
And then Dan is kind of a studio fundy, so we've now started producing stuff.
So we've got a bunch of songs that will coming out in at some point soon. That
home
we don't
baked.
Say again.
Like properly home baked.
Oh yeah, everything.
No,
everything
live in a sense that we don't use any. Like we everything you hear will be live electronic.
Yeah, it's live. It's played. Everything is played.
But we used to write in a live setting where we would like develop songs like all together.
Oh yeah.
Instruments. More of like a produced. Like we sit behind with our synths and the studio setup, and then we like write it.
Like I said, now we got a bunch of songs which we don't even know how we will do live. Like we've never done them live, so we're like, well, this is gonna be.
So we have to like rehash them.
Yeah, we need like 18 new members.
Yeah.
Beneco went from 6 to 4 to 3 to 4 to 18.
Yeah, so that's the writing process.
Yeah.
It'll probably change as well. Who knows?
Well, I think everyone has like very different ways of getting somewhere. Like, but that's fascinating. I can just imagine like a quilt, like a patch quilt like just adding little patches along the
Yeah,
way, you know?
It's
like-
exactly what it is. Yeah, it's like everyone will have like one melody will be someone played that, and then like the bass will be the bass, and then someone did this, and someone like it's like very much a whole accumulation of all of our ideas.
It's so awesome. It's so awesome. And this, I suppose you already kind of answered this. Lenny-Dee, where do all your creative outfits come from? Do you have external creative direction?
Well, no, I mean,
I am
I
the
start-
director.
and yeah, I'm pretty, like I said, I'm in film, so I know all the wardrobe houses, and I'm friends with a lot of people with lovely clothing, so yeah, it's cool. We've got the stylist's own and the source, and
That's incredible.
yeah, it's really nice.
I
It's
think
so nice to have.
it really adds. Like, I was watching some of the older YouTube videos again, and like going through them, and it really adds like an incredible dimension, actually.
Yeah, it is. I think it's quite important. I think the
Yeah.
imagery, and I think the music, for me at least, by Beneco is quite a visual journey, and I really love that we're able to give that extra element to accompany the visual journey that the music is already taking people on. So yeah,
If only you could even take like the live shows and like get it to that, like even
That's
more creative.
and I mean we've got like we definitely have meetings about increasing the production value, and like the visual elements are I kind of envision it being much bigger, and it will, I think, soon.
So
We've got ideas.
but like a theater type of, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like we played Primavera in 2018, and we saw Bjork's live show, and for me that just inspired this idea that her production value was just off the charts. I mean, her visuals, her outfits, like the whole, it was just incredible. So we will get there, and I definitely believe, I mean, it's all on paper and in our minds, and I think like with bigger shows, and we've got it.
Totally.
It's there. It will happen.
Okay, what else have I got? Oh, here's a comment which you've probably seen already. You guys seen the movie Blade from 1998 with Wesley Snipes? Google it, then check out Bergen.
Who's that from?
Chris.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, man?
Chris is our friend who moved to Berlin just before the pandemic.
outbreak.
Yeah, we were actually supposed to be drinking beer with him now, tonight, or sleeping in his bed with him.
Yeah.
Single bed.
We wish, Chris.
We wish we were there with you.
It'll come. We'll have you guys here before you know it.
Yeah.
Before you know it.
It's actually been pretty wonderful. Like we're very lucky to have had this strange.
Yeah, it's a strange time, but also like we've kind of used it to our benefit. I wasn't here for the first however long the first period of lockdown was, and then I got here after that, and we've just been recording new stuff, like recording drums, which is something that we haven't done before. We usually do like drums and like everything else is
in studio. We do drums and vocals in studio, and we've actually built a little studio in the house.
Cool.
So like it's a cool opportunity for us to produce and track everything ourselves. I mean, the creative inputs from other people is also nice, but I think it's like been a really nice experience to just like take our time doing it how we want, without pressures from people or time or money, like having to pay, and like if there's like, if you don't like a snare hit or like something in a song, we can just like fix it here. We don't have to. It's like it's just like
it's
easy.
been really nice.
Yeah.
Actually,
Would be incredible to be able to emulate the same sort of environment, but not in 6 week stints, but but every now and then to have that type of facility here.
this is like the only way I want to do it from now on.
Yeah, it's kind of like the dream thing to do. It's just like
set up your own studio and produce your own stuff and record and have those facilities on hand. I mean, I love going into studio and, you know, like especially if there's amazing mics to use for vocals and whatever, but we're getting pretty good sounds. We've like worked it out, and it's actually been a very, very good experiment. And I think now we know we can do it and set this up wherever we go, I think.
Yeah. We spoke about it for some time, but just didn't end up doing it. And then like
that's another thing that the lockdown has allowed us to explore, which I think. Yeah,
because like we were all freelance, so obviously like work has been super slow. So this has pretty much been like more than a 9 to 5, I guess, like doing a lot, you know. So it's been pretty fruitful, and like I think we've done more if we could do it like full time, like the amount of music we could write and stuff would just be like
monumental.
It would be so much more than like having to do other stuff, like other day job stuff and things like that. So it's been like a good I don't know experience.
A good I don't know.
It's just
all we've ever wanted is to be full-time working musicians and not do anything else. And now we can. We all resigned from our jobs, ready to leave for Berlin, and everything apart. Now we're full-time working musicians, working over hours, only in music.
Yeah.
That's it is. Look, it is truly weird. It is truly weird what this has actually done to many people's livelihoods and to what people do on a day-to-day basis. It's frightening, actually.
Yeah, it's changed a lot of things. So, but it gave birth to like the concept of like live streaming shows and stuff like that.
Well, the world is a different place now, and it's very I find it all very interesting. I'm very what the music industry becomes in the next year or two. It'll be. Yeah.
Well, it's. I mean, is his name Jim? Was it actually a different? Does he have a different name?
We don't know who it is yet.
Yeah.
I think it is. His name is Luanda.
Well, let's just call him Jim.
It's Jim Jones.
Jim has asked a question. How do you guys plan on staying in touch with your audience under the pandemic that is COVID-19?
Fax.
Fax machine. We've got one fax machine.
Yeah.
And I think that's
carrier pigeon.
Homing pigeon.
Pigeons.
Through Instagram Live and through releasing stuff online.
Yeah, social media has like become a massive part of our lives, more so than ever, really.
Do you find that there's like probably too much of it going on at the moment?
It does feel oversaturated, but I still feel inclined to check what's going on. Like there's definitely days where I'm like, I don't want to look at my phone anymore. But I mean, it's also a great opportunity to reach out to people that you may not have been able to reach out to. You know, like everyone's so active on their socials now that I don't know. Like, I mean, I've been like chatting to musicians overseas, like just like reaching out to people, and they're like actually responding, and like we're like having conversations, like some LA based artists that I like absolutely fangirl over, and we're like having full on conversations and like talking about our music, and it's actually been really fucking cool.
That's incredible.
In that regard.
That's incredible. What was another question from Jim here? How do each of you think COVID-19 is going to change the music industry, especially the live performance part, going forward once things normalize, when they find a vaccine?
Well, I think we'll just grade back into it, and they'll sort of allow concerts of X size for a while, and then bigger ones, and then bigger ones.
I mean,
I kind of sort of think we'll probably look back in, let's call it 6 or 8 months time, and we'll kind of go like, wow, that was something, but it's over now.
You know,
who knows?
I think it's the time people get to appreciate like the fact that you can go see live music and
Yes,
and all
I'm
this,
dying to see live music.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate seeing live music. I hate it. I hate going to concerts. I hate festivals. I hate being outdoors. And now, no, not really, but kind of a little bit.
Why does
It's
it
like
does it mess up with the hair?
yeah, no, I like struggle a bit in crowds.
Oh,
Little, but the hair
really?
thing
But it's mainly
Yeah.
the hair.
in a crowd. But now I'm like really, I'm up for it. I'm up for. Yeah, I'm very keen to. I've definitely learned through this to appreciate those moments and to see like your favorite musicians live is quite a. I'm very much looking forward to that again.
You know, out of pure necessity, a lot of the big events companies and all of these guys have had to come up with solutions to still present certain products and that kind of thing, and they have got this virtual reality stuff, which is like incredible what they've managed to kind of develop very quickly, and I think that's something that will certainly go into the live arena as well as the live audience, so that you've got the potential to have international and global audience watching from afar, as well as your live audience.
Absolutely.
That's definitely like part of the whole future of like experience and viewing music
Yeah.
on a global scale. It's like when you think about it like that, that's like where it will be at. You'll be like virtually watching shows from across the world.
Or even
It sounds terrible.
it sounds great. What are you talking about? Even being at live shows, I'm sure there will be kind of these futuristic elements that are going to start popping up in like high production shows.
Yeah.
Like real virtual kind of experiences in the arena or in the live area or whatever. I'm very like excited about that actually.
Yeah, it's kind of like the three, like I would imagine when like 3D movies came out, like that was the futuristic thing to watch that. So it'll be like that, like virtual, like you can be on stage with the people that you're watching.
Or it will all like go straight back to the 70s Woodstock style, and everyone will just get naked and try and appreciate music for what it is and free love, and or it will be that, which is also
or that. Well, mostly that. Okay, it's funny that the audio keeps cutting out every now and then. That's back. It's back. No, it's back. Every now and then the audio, like, it's just buffering a little bit. All right. And tell me something over the last 6 years. What is your favorite venue? What has been your favorite venue to perform at?
Locally or internationally or
both.
Whatever. Well, there was like a really nice venue that's closed down in Johannesburg called the Good Luck Bar, but we've had a really like a nice run of shows there. And then we also had, which is 1 Fox Street, we also have had some really nice shows at the Cape Town venue, the Mercury, Mercury Live, I think it's called, which was really nice.
Cafe Rue, what's that called now?
Oh, that place is wonderful, actually.
Dances in Space.
Old Cafe Rue.
Yeah.
Experience.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice venue, really good sound, great in-house engine.
I mean,
Klunkerkranich.
Yeah, Klunkerkranich. We love Klunkerkranich in Bergen.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
We're supposed to be playing there this week, actually.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it.
No, let's don't talk about the war. Meanwhile, I've been trying to reschedule our show that we were busy planning.
Yeah,
we've got another date, which is great, but I'm like, I've penciled it in, and who knows what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, hopefully we can get.
But that if we can make Urban Spree work, that will be an incredible show.
That'd
Yeah.
be great.
I think it'll be like if smaller venues are going to start slowly opening up in Berlin and gradually like the attendance of places will get like more and more. I think
Yeah.
it will be nice to still go there and play small venues and still play live shows in like whatever capacity we
Yeah.
can.
No, for sure.
So so like I'm still looking forward to that, like playing as much shows as we can
Totally.
with wherever we can, you know.
Totally, and these bars will want to be putting on shows as often as possible because they have all been losing out on big revenue, and it's hectic.
Yeah.
Have there been lots of like bars in Berlin that have closed down permanently, or?
I think there'll be a few. I mean, Germany's managed to handle the financial situation very well, in comparison to various other parts of the world, I think.
Okay.
But look, there will be some bars that will just not be able to handle it, and you know the thing is that they put up a lot of money. They put up like 700-800 billion euro in loans and all those sorts of things, so that businesses could pay their staff and pay them what they call Kurzarbeit, which is like short work, so that the businesses stay kind of shuttered, and then the employees are still employed. It could be that they're on like 0% hours, and yet they're still receiving a salary from this kind of loan. This kind of it's quite complex.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same with me at my kind of main job, is that we are on 50% hours and still getting paid 80% of the salary.
Okay.
So, but you know, these small businesses have had to do the same thing. They've had to go and request monetary help or financial assistance, which they would then have to pay back over a period of time, which is hectic because nobody knows, and that's why there's such a drive for people to get back into the economy and to get places open, because you can't last 6 months to a year just kind of forking money out that you don't have.
Yeah.
It doesn't work, you know. It's but look, I hopefully most of the good places are still around, and I think we're looking at well, it would be August, September is when we're starting to look at live shows from 1,000 onwards, and then I think so the smaller kind of shows we would still need to check how that all works.
Yeah.
Because this kind of social distancing thing certainly gets in the way of audiences, and I mean, how does that work?
Yeah. Interesting.
You have to tell that person in the front of the stage to hey, you need to distance yourself there. 10 meters back, friend. And there was, and you've answered this one already. What is the most positive development to have taken place for you in this time?
Yeah, just writing and
Just
recording.
writing,
Yeah. We've managed. We almost finished. We'll be releasing an EP in the coming month or two, and it will be there'll be some singles and some tracks that will be on that we've recorded and kind of finishing up now. And we've officially started recording our LP, which we'll be releasing in the next year, probably towards the end of the year, early next year.
Excellent.
Yeah, there's how many songs have we done in 6 weeks? Like 4 or something.
4 songs.
4 songs in 6 weeks.
Fully recorded and written.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of just because we just do it every day, so it's it's just a much faster process than doing
Fantastic.
it by piece.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to be able to have that ammunition that you can kind of keep feeding people, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, there was Malice. Is it?
Oh, and we're shooting a music video
You're doing a music video
as well soon.
with the
We got permission to shoot for our next single.
Oh wow!
So we're shooting that
Lockdown.
in lockdown, like this week.
With masks on, or
Eh?
with masks on, or
Yes, actually, I'll show you.
these are different masks.
Probably just on the light on.
Lenny's looking for a mouse.
Oh jeez, like the cupboard has just fallen.
Yeah,
down.
yeah, it's pretty.
It is.
I mean, look, if you ask Lenny-Dee to produce a mask, you know what it's going to look like.
Yeah, I would like the hardcore mouse.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I was trying a cowboy hat in this color, and I've had to spray a crystal birch cowboy hat, and I'm like, they're kind of devastated about it, but it looks pretty cool, I guess. Anyway.
Well, it matches the mask, so that's the important thing. It has to match your shoes, though, so I'm sure you've spray painted your shoes too.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, so there's a question from Malice. We know a little about these oaks from the Beneco, but not much about the presenter of DAHQ. I'll give a little bit of insight into where I'm from, Malice. I'm from South Africa, but I moved to Berlin about 4 years ago, just over 4 years ago, and brought my little music consultancy with me. And it's been fantastic to have it here and to be working on different shows and that sort of thing. And very recently, I kind of launched this video, audio, radio casting station as part of like the voice of my consultancy. And yeah, I think it's been great. I met these guys, these oaks from the Beneco. In fact, we did a show at Oblomov, and that was the first time I think that I met you guys. No, or was it 800A?
It was 800A.
It was 800A. That was the first time I'd met you guys. Put on the show, and then we did another one at Oblomov, which was like super full.
Yeah, it was really lovely.
With Medicine Boy.
Was it with Medicine Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so nice.
Yeah. So that was fantastic, and really enjoyed that particular show. So we're going to be doing another one in Berlin, and maybe another 2 or another 3. Who knows how it's going to pan out?
Well, just any
But it's
amount.
great.
Just throw it out.
Well,
We're there.
you can just come and play in my living room.
As long as you pay us.
And then for each band member, you're going to an island on another planet with no life by yourself. You're going to be on the island for 5 years and are only allowed to bring music from 3 artists. Who do you each take?
Okay.
You start. I have to think about it.
3 each.
3 each. That's fair. Okay, let's should we
Oh,
we'll discuss
we're gonna
this,
do 3 each.
yeah.
Like
Remember-
3.
Remember that it's 5 years, hey?
Like, that's a long time.
Yeah.
I would say for me, I would take Kate Bush because it's timeless. I can listen to that all day, every day.
Don't say Billy Ocean.
Kate Bush. I would take Arcade Fire because I kind of love them a lot. And probably Mac DeMarco just because it's like so like easy to listen to. It's just so wonderful. Maybe Conan Markuson actually over Arcade Fire. I don't know. Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'll take Beak. I'll take Nick Cave, and I'll take Al Green.
Interesting.
Nice.
Beak. What the hell? Where's? I thought I knew all the music people. I don't.
All the music people. Beak's cool.
Amazing.
It's a British like krautrock band.
Okay.
You check it after this.
They're Effing
I think it's krautrock.
effing
It's
cool.
great.
Very fucking cool.
I'll have to
It's
go and look.
Is it from Portishead?
I think it's Robert Plant's current bassist
Yeah.
and
The drummer from
the drummer from Portishead
Wow.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll dig it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would go Mac DeMarco's on there.
But I've already chosen, so you can.
I can't.
So you
You're
can't-
alone.
Are we all on the same island?
No, I don't think
No.
we are.
Yeah,
That's
what I'm
terrible.
saying.
I don't want to be alone on that.
Yeah, so I would take Mac DeMarco as well. That would be great. I would probably Tyler the Creator. That'd be a good one. And Michael Jackson. So, I like Michael.
It's always one.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
a good question.
Very
Who
good.
asked?
Very good question, Jim.
Also a terribly depressing question. when you
Yeah, it's
Focus
quite
on the
sad.
rest of it. You know?
I really feel like we're on a little island alone.
I mean, who's been listening to Michael Jackson for the last 6 weeks?
Yeah. We are not alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Here's another.
as- Sorry, from Sally from England. I don't know if you're still in, and I don't know if it's Sally Green, but hi if you are there. And there's also a comment from Val.
Cool.
She says, "Love you madly."
Love you too.
We love you too, Val. Yeah.
There's
Okay,
some
cool.
great.
Sorry.
There's some great. There's been some incredible people here so far. Sam Turpin, Kate Bush is dope.
Oh, Sam Turpin is. We just released a song together. Actually, he's a very, very cool kind of young upcoming rapper in South Africa. We released a song about 2 weeks ago called Cloud City.
Ah,
Shout out to Sam.
shout out to
Yeah,
Sam.
I actually sang French in that song, and it's a very beautiful song, and I really love working with you, Sam. So if anyone else is listening, just go check out Cloud City because it's really cool.
But it's nowhere on your Spotify.
It's on Spotify. It's on.
On his account.
It's not on by Beneco because it was
It was a Lenny-Dee
Oh, it was a
collaboration.
Lenny-Dee Moustache collaboration.
Yeah.
But it's on Sam's Spotify, Sam Turpin's Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go and find it and
Yeah.
link it in somewhere here. What else we got here? Just so many messages. Quite busy. Sherry Griffin or Griffin.
That's my mother, my amazing
wow.
mother.
Incredible. Well,
Love you, Mom.
this is I still can't get over how cool this platform is actually.
It is cool.
Yeah,
it's really
yeah.
nice. It's like you're the first person we're talking to about music stuff in 6 weeks, so it's really cool.
Which is incredible because and it's all sort of done via computers. Incredible. It's a bit of an overkill. The number of cameras and screens you have to in order to do this. Overkill deluxe. What was I saying here? Oh, what is your favorite Beneco song to perform? Each one of you.
For me, it's probably You Need Me because I don't have to play synth, so I can like dance and interact with the crowd, which is something that we're working on as
Yeah.
well. Getting a keys player eventually so that we can actually perform. I mean, not that I don't perform when I'm playing keys, but it's like really nice for me to be able to move and dance. And so yeah, I'd have to say You Need Me for my one.
I think I'm enjoying It's Not True Love. It's always just like a bit of a vibe. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. And then it's like, yeah, it usually ends up just like sounding nice. So
Yeah. I think I like to play Witchport the most, which is one of our first songs of our LP, Space
Ah.
Elephant.
Okay.
Just because it was a slow jam and I didn't have to focus very much playing it. It was just I could enjoy it because it wasn't complex and it, because that's the thing with music.
It
Is
was
live,
kind of like
live music
it
is
was
quite.
like a bit of a hip hop.
It was a little bit of a hip hop groove as well, which probably has something to do with it. But you know, it's like it's hard work often being on stage, as great as it is.
It is hard work. It is hard
Yeah,
work.
for me, those are the best songs, the ones where it's like, oh, this song's so easy to play.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can like sit in the pocket and like just groove along with it, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Because there's like there's the three of us, so it's basically like, and then obviously we have someone who will like session for us on bass or something like that, but we do all of like the recording and stuff ourselves, so it's basically like the three of us trying to figure out how we're gonna do it, because there's no other like full-time member take on the responsibility of like other like triggers or this, so there's a lot to like do between the three of us, so it becomes like a bit of a hectic thing, because there's like lots going on, so
it can be we have to be very well rehearsed, because we're operating lots of different things at the same time. I feel like I call my thing a space station, because I've got like 2 synths, a vocal pedal, whatever. I've got like, it's just, and like all the percussion, and I still have to sing, and I've got 2 microphones, and it just feels, but it's nice. I like it.
You know, the more equipment you can have on stage, the better.
Definitely.
It's definitely more adventurous.
Yeah.
Well, not in all aspects. I mean, like,
not in all aspects. You're right, but some.
But like wonderful singer-songwriters with just you totally captivated by someone's voice and a guitar. I just love things. Like, not like just sounds and.
Adventurous doesn't necessarily mean to say that it will be excellent.
It'd be disastrous.
Yeah, it's just coming down to how we're writing at the moment, and there's just lots to do. So, like, you have to figure out a way, because if you can't put like absolutely everything in, like, cause then it's the thing of like, okay, do we have to run something on a backing track? Do we have to have like, if a 5-second synth that like you really love, like how are we gonna put it in there with playing it? And so it just becomes like a thing of like, how do you take what you've recorded into live, and like what things are you gonna leave out or add in, or you're gonna try and make it like the same as the album, you know? So it depends on what's like viable.
And I've just got one last question. I'll maybe just see if anyone else has got one. But what do you think the difference in formula is between, I might pronounce this incorrectly, Chemiracha, and Baby I'm Gold?
Well, the formula for Chemiracha, I mean, it was a cover really, and it was like an existing song that we just absolutely fell in love with and could just hear it as kind of like a crazy electronic dance song. So I mean, that was like kind of navigating how to create something. I mean, a cover, and like Baby I'm Gold was more
collaboration.
It was a collaboration between us and Sean Ross, Miss You, who's a fucking phenomenal producer and a very, very good friend of ours. And we actually, he came over, he lives in Cape Town, but he came and stayed here. I can't remember, I think we were playing some shows together. And we got asked by our friend Crystal Birch, who makes amazing hats, to create a song for this film she was making. And Sean and I were like, okay, let's do this. And we started writing it. And then it was like quite a short little song that we put together. And we were like, oh, we should just do this as like a single and just do it as a collaboration. So we ended up developing it into like a single and did a music video, which Hanky Lee did. And it turned out to be, it was a really, really fun working with Sean. He's amazing.
And also like from Chemiracha to now, it's also different. There are different members, so different inputs, different writing process, different, like everything is different. And now it's like we're we're just like going with the sound that we like right now, which is that like
Kind of electronic
Yeah.
disco.
electronic disco, like bits, but still like trying to make it like as beautiful and emotive as possible.
Yeah.
So kind of that's where we're all at, I
Interesting.
guess.
Interesting. And then there was another question here which Malice is throwing in. When is your next virtual live show?
At this point, I think there is one coming up which we will announce soon. I think we're still figuring it out and working it all out. But yeah, there is something coming up, and we will announce.
Put your name on the guest list, Chris.
Yeah. It's been a problem because like we have to do it without. We've had to do it without a bassist. Our last show was without a bassist because of the lockdown. So if we can get a bassist, that will be great because it's like just nice playing with like as it should be, like with everyone. So yeah, it's also that if we can work it out where we don't have to compromise in any way, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, guys, this has been absolutely fantastic. I know we all have lots of things to do, and you guys have got more recordings to do and patch quilting to record.
And we hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
It's an imperative that we do our Urban Spree show. It's I need to do it.
We will.
And Josh is the promoter there. He's super keen and super excited to have all of you guys there. So it's going to be great. We've got videographers there. We're going to try and make it a really sort of big splash.
That's great.
And hopefully we can get it nice and full, Yeah. Yeah. But guys, thank you very, very much for joining me here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you everyone for your input and all the lovely questions, and we'll see you guys very soon. And I have, just for everyone else's information, I have Amber Liaden, who's based in the UK at the moment. She's in tomorrow evening to have a bit of a chat with me. It's a very similar type of vibe. Very different genre so that's what's coming. And next week I've got a couple of really interesting shows. So if any of you guys want to come back and watch a couple of these interviews and that kind of thing, by all means, come back and it'll be great to have you here. But thanks. Bye, Beneco. You guys have been great, and look forward to hearing from you again soon.
Thanks, Dom.
Chat to you guys.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Cheers, yo.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Thank you everybody for tuning in, and hope to see you tomorrow, if not next week, for Taran Guitars and Seb Goldswain. Two really, really good shows, 3 really, really great shows that are coming up. So look forward to seeing you, and if you would like to donate, please do so. I'll send a prompt for donation. That would be great. You can also join my Patreon page. I have a collective, and you can join me there. That would be great to have you on board, and we can really kind of turn the station into a real global powerhouse. Anyway, big love to you guys. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll see you guys again soon. Bye for now.